Y'all, it's giving a little too much, a little too soon. Okay. Basketball Wives is back in the building. Actually, the irony is that is the title of the episode, Back in the Building. We're discussing season 11, episode 1, The Return of Evelyn Lozada, and the introduction to several new players in the game. Now, we're going to dive all into the review, but first, I need to rate the episode. So, if you are new here, welcome. Okay. We're going to dive into a rating of the episode on a scale of 1 to 10, and then we're going to dive into the actual goings on of the episode and give commentary on it for those of you guys who may be new to the channel. Now, feel free to comment along. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, and I'm going to go ahead and give you several disclaimers. I know going into this season that there are a lot of people that feel a certain type of way about Evelyn Lozada and her return. Um, I'm going to work with the cast that we have, and I'm going to try my hardest not to really go back into the past too much, okay? Until it becomes absolutely relevant. There's nothing else that I can discuss about the past. So I'm going to deal with what we have today, okay? I try to do the same thing with every show anytime we have a new season until something from the past comes up and bites us in the behind. Okay. So I wanted to start with that. And then I have to rate the episode. Okay. With the level of promo, I thought, oh my God, I'm super excited. Basketball Wives is back. They've never done this much promo. It was so smart. The social media rollout was perfect. Okay. It was near Housewives level perfect. However, this episode to me was very reminiscent of Real Housewives of Atlanta's this past season, episode 1. To me, Vanessa, the Vanessa of it all was too much too soon. Okay. And hear me out when I say this, because there are a lot of reasons why. And for this, because of my expectations based on the rollout, I'm going to actually rate this episode at a 7. Actually, I'm probably going to have to it's going to be a 6.5, 6.5 to a 7. Now, y'all know that's low for me, but we got to get into why. And there are some specific reasons why. And I feel like number one, the Vanessa of it all was too much too soon. It was too much too soon for us to be relying on so much story to come from someone that we don't know yet. We don't know yet. We were not given to meet, to be honest with you, I wasn't given I wasn't given enough of an opportunity to really know Vanessa enough to care about a 10-year-old beef that she has with Evelyn Lozada because of someone who she is friends with or family with and their dealings with how Evelyn got with Carl. It just boggles my mind. I almost don't even really understand the story. This was your girlfriend, this was your cousin, this was somebody you was associated with who was with Carl before Evelyn got with him, but Evelyn and the woman are now cool, so why are you mad? Like, I just don't really get the the vitriol towards Evelyn based on what you think you know of her. It is not even that you know her. You don't know her personally. It is that you know of her via someone else. So this didn't even happen to you. So for me, I feel like for them to rely, and them being meaning the producers of the network, whomever we got to talk about, for them to rely so heavily on this to be the thing that sets the episode off, it just was it was underwhelming to me because it felt like a one-trick pony type situation. And what I mean by that is everybody knows that when a season first starts nowadays on a show, Everybody has to make that. They want to make that season 1 episode explosive. You could actually go back to Basketball Wives Los Angeles first episode, and the first episode popped off with Malaysia and Laura in that altercation. However, I think that there's also something to be said for giving a truthful rollout to a show and dealing with the issues that we actually care about and that we actually do need to deal with. For instance, I don't see a problem with introducing Vanessa, but allow us to get to know who she is before we get to know her beef, okay? I mean, because Vanessa is all about, at this point in time, Vanessa is being used as a plot point. And let me show you why I feel like she doesn't yet understand why she's being used as a plot point. Either that or she doesn't care. Because I would be upset, right? Evelyn had made a tweet on, and you can check Reality Chat's page about, beef, having a one-sided beef with somebody that you don't know and it being a storyline. Vanessa comes out and says, this is not my storyline, but it is your storyline because at this point, this is all we really know of you, okay? She says, I was contacted in February again to join the cast. I moved to LA in May to expand my business, started filming in May. Not one time did anyone tell me Evelyn was on the cast, nor did I mention Evelyn to casting or production. It was revealed to me when Jackie invited me to her event. I don't care if 10 years passed. I'm not going to fake kick it around anyone. But my question to you is then, why would you not tell this to Jackie when she first invited you? Or why didn't you tell this to Jackie because it was Jackie who invited you to this event. Why would you go to an event with somebody that you don't like? Okay. I mean, to me, this should have come out maybe a little bit later. She says, I don't appreciate Homewreckers. I stand on that and I can have my opinions. Absolutely, you can have your opinions. However, at least wait until I care enough about you and your opinions to give them to me, okay? Because right now it's coming across like it's giving Courtney 2.0, okay? It's giving Courtney, it's giving Marlo. It's giving Courtney because of the way she comes in so strong with this issue and standing on it. It's giving Courtney and Candy circa episode 1. It's giving Marlo because this issue is 10 years old, okay? I mean, and it's not even your issue. It's not even your issue. It's one thing for you to have a belief about her. It's a completely different situation for you to feel so triggered by her when you don't even know her. So I could understand if she said, you know what, I've heard some things about her. I'm not too sure about her, but we're gonna give it a shot and see. And then if they naturally didn't get along, that would, I think, have made this situation much better. Because then if the Homewrecker thing came up as a result of an actual issue, then I could understand this a bit more. It would make more sense. It would be more logical. The next thing that I have to say is Basketball Wives left us with several issues that were bigger than what we needed than the Vanessa of it all. I don't know Vanessa yet. I don't care, to be honest with you. And that's no shade to Vanessa because I need a chance to get to know who you are, baby. Like, let me get to know who you are, what you represent, what your husband, just more of you. And I need time. We need time for her to bake on the oven before you serve her as a dish. The next thing, as I stated, we have several other issues that we needed to deal with. We still have not dealt with Jackie versus Jennifer and the fallout of everything that they went through last season. But yet, and to take things a step further, we ain't really dealt with Jackie and Brooke. For Jackie to even be high stepping it up into Brooke's party for Evelyn. If we were going to deal with anything in episode 1, we needed to deal with the fallout between Jackie and Brooke and Jackie and Jennifer. Because why would Brooke even invite Jackie at this point if she still has an issue with her? That should have been the first ponderosa that we dealt with. The first bit of tension is how Brooke and Jennifer were both going to react to Jackie being invited to Evelyn's ponderosa, given that Evelyn is cool with Jackie, cool with moderately cool with Jennifer, and definitely cool with Brooke. And then the third actual issue is there's still clearly some residual tension between Evelyn and Jennifer. How do we deal with that and resolve it and move forward? I would have rather dealt with those issues because they would have seemed like this. If I were producing the show, I would have dealt with these issues first because it's dramatic. And that's not to say we couldn't have still invited Vanessa to the thing, right? We could have invited Vanessa to the thing as a friend of Jackie's. We could have still invited Brittany to the thing as a friend of Evelyn's. We still could have invited Jaceel to the thing as a friend of Brooks. But Jackie would have at least then had a sidekick or someone to be with her as she encountered the rest of the girls. That would have made so much more sense to me as a producer versus what we actually got. Okay. And let's discuss it now. We start off Brooke is at a photo shoot. I did feel like the episode was being shot a little bit differently in the beginning, and I'll touch on Basketball Wives Orlando right at the end because uh, just wait, okay? For those of you who may be wondering, and Brooke reflects on her divorce and her losing her daughter. I did feel like we could have used more time. I mean, I don't feel like they do enough time delving into character development on this show in any way, shape, or form. It is very much scene to scene to scene to scene to scene to scene to scene, and it's not. It doesn't really break down the dynamics of friendships and the group and anything like that. Um, Jen is out shopping for intimates and she's raving about her new man. We don't really get that much of an exploration about who he is, what he does. You know, I want to see them inside their home. I want to see them. I want to see who he is. I want to see him in a confessional. I want to see, like, I want all of that information because she's raving about this relationship and she's actually showing it on camera. I want to see it. And I'm sure we will, but I would have rather we explored the returning cast members a bit more than these new cast members, and then episode 2 diving more into the new cast members. I just think that the pacing would have been much better. Jackie is back in her condo slash rental or whatever it is, and she's ready to get back into her fitness. And what do you know? Vanessa, her sister, okay, her sister girlfriend, who we have never seen before, has offered to help Jackie get fit with a juicer, and she immediately pours out Jackie's liquor, okay, that Jackie was drinking at 11 a.m. And, you know, it's made to feel like they've been friends for years, okay? But it turns out it doesn't sound like they've been friends for days or hours even. Evelyn is out for a walk with her daughter. We learned that her fiance, Levon, who at least is her fiance at this point in time, is back in Atlanta. She's still engaged at this point. Brooke is throwing her a welcome back party, and Ev wants to move past her issues with Jennifer, and because of the issues that the things that Jennifer had allegedly said about Shanice in the past, that apparently still affects Shanice. In my mind, then, you know, Shanice, just stay away from Jennifer. It's that simple to me. I mean, I get it. You know, if you got a problem with my kid, you probably got a problem with me, right? But what do we believe? Do we believe that Jennifer said these things, or do we not? But I really don't know. I really did. I honestly never really cared. I hope she didn't. If she says she didn't at this point in time, just we can't really prove either way that she did or she didn't. I'm gonna have to, girl. I'm gonna have to believe you, okay? Because at this point in time, it's above me. All right. This just tells you I don't care. Okay, I don't care. We got to show the film, and if there's gonna be some resolve to this, then let that happen between Evelyn and Jennifer. We could have dove into this in episode 1, right? Vanessa meets with Jackie again. Okay. And at first I'm like, Jackie said that they were like sisters. Now she's saying they're just getting to know each other. So it feels like some of this was shot out of sequence or something. I don't know. Vanessa lets us know that she's a real basketball wife. She's in LA expanding their business, and she's talking about the pecking order in the basketball wives world being based on how long you've been married to your spouse. They talk about the infidelity that kind of has gone on, I guess, in her relationship, and how she does this balls test on her man or whatever like that. Um, I do feel like if you got to be doing all of this, girl, go find you a young buck, okay, on the side too, okay. If he gonna have his things, you have your things, and then everybody be happy. You let him cheat in peace, you cheat in peace, and then everything can be all good, okay. Because if you got to go through all of this all the time, putting trackers in the man car, like what in the world? Who has time for this? Okay, who has the time? And to be honest with you, maybe you should be filling your time with some other things, and then you won't be so bored that you are stuck on something that happened 10 years ago that did not even involve you. Okay. However, comma, I'm still trying to give her some grace because I don't really know her yet. And I blame production for this again. Okay. Or maybe I should blame her because she dives right into exactly who she wants us to believe that she is. And I just feel like I would rather I would rather her not. I want to get to know who she is, not just this persona of this Griselda and this bill collector that she claims to be. I don't care about that, to be honest with you. I care about real stories, but that's just me. Jackie's like, "Well, have you ever done any infidelity?" I'm like, "Jack, what are you talking about?" Apparently Vanessa pulled out some cameras and put a tracker in her cousin's car, caught the girl and the husband allegedly. The girl allegedly ran off and had to change her name and go into the witness protection program out of fear of Vanessa, aka the bill collector, aka Griselda. Okay. Meanwhile, Jennifer and her man are lounging by the pool. Jen lets us know that Vanessa, some girl, okay, who she knows through a friend of a friend, aka Jackie, has reached out to her to meet. And Jen is hesitant about making any new friends. I would be too, okay. And so Ev is also back, and Brooke is throwing her a party, and Jen doesn't know how that's gonna go. See, we already have issues that we need to deal with. I don't need it. I didn't need the Vanessa issues this episode, okay. um, she don't know how things gonna be with Jackie either. So there's still some energy that needs to be cleared. Okay. Jackie and Evelyn meet up, and Jackie wants to know about her and Levon, which is Evelyn's fiance. Apparently, he came out, to visit for 3 weeks, and she needed a minute away from him. That's maybe it's me. Okay. Maybe it's me. But in my mind, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I feel like if you are engaged to somebody, it shouldn't you still be in the stage where you almost want to drink their bath water? And I know that sounds nasty to a lot of y'all, okay? And I could be extreme because I don't really want you to drink nobody's bath water, okay? And nor do I. It's a figure of speech. But what I'm saying is, shouldn't you still be in that warm and fuzzy feeling of never wanting to not be around them? Like, how does it work when you like? I mean, has she just been single for too long? Or does she? I don't know. I just be feeling like if you engage to somebody, shouldn't you want to be around them every second of the day? Shouldn't you want to just drink them up? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, shouldn't you want to just dive inside their brain? That's how I feel. I don't know. That's that like when you like are engaged and it's new. I mean, or even at just in relation, like shouldn't you just want to just I mean, I don't know, just be with them. This whole idea that he was there for 3 weeks and she needs some space is like, girl, it's giving you ain't that interested to me. Um, so anyway, Evelyn invites Jackie to the party and lets Jackie know that she can invite whomever. Big mistake. Jackie is shocked that Evelyn is okay with Jennifer coming, but wants to know where, um, but Evelyn wants to know where Jackie is with Brooke. Jackie admits that she doesn't know what Brooke has been going through and that she doesn't want any issues. Now, apparently, Evelyn has heard of Vanessa because she is, and this is probably all through production. She's friends with Carl's baby's mother, Amy, but Evelyn and Amy are cool, so she's expecting that she will get along with Vanessa for the most part. But Jackie does reveal that, but Vanessa has put trackers in her man's car, and Evelyn's like, "Well, if I got to do all that, we don't need to be together. So why live like that?" I mean, that's a good question. So Jen then meets with Vanessa, okay, for drinks in a cotton ball fur coat. And Vanessa reveals that she hung out with Jackie and that she invited her to Evelyn's party. Now, Vanessa has some concerns about Evelyn. So why not vocalize them to a stranger that you just met? Okay? Why not vocalize and why not vocalize them to the friend who invited you to said party? It's giving nonsensical to me, okay? Anyway, she's gonna tell the stranger all her business anyway, so it's fine. There's some things between Evelyn and her family members. So Jen wants the tea naturally until she doesn't. Her ex, Evelyn's ex, Carl, and one of her best friends, apparently the Amy person, allegedly. Apparently, Vanessa's family member had been holding Carl down. Now, is Amy a family friend? Is she a friend or is she a cousin? It's given again. A lot of this is giving cousin Courtney vibes. Very unclear relationships are, and it's not being defined too well for me to understand. Okay, um, but the woman had been holding Carl down for 12 years, and Vanessa has a problem with women who don't respect families. Apparently, everyone in Vanessa's family calls her the bill collector and Griselda. Apparently, she is either likening herself to a black widow who has allegedly offed two of the family members. I really didn't know where any of this was going and this comparison and the witness protection of it all because it has Jen wondering if Vanessa is in the mafia. Okay. And it's definitely given mob wives a little bit. Okay. Um, and a slight unhealthy obsession with Evelyn because it comes up just like in every why are we it's again it's one thing for you to say in your confessional, I have some reservations. I mean, I from what I've heard about her, I just don't know. I'm gonna find out for myself. And then again, if there was a problem and then you want to throw that home record thing up in there, I would have been with you. Okay. But right now, you're leading with the home record, and I don't know you. Okay. So it's giving weird to me. Brooke and Jen meet up at the spa, and Brooke wants the tea on the new relationship. Um, Jennifer suspects that, the man is picking out a ring for her. Brooke is like, girl, she's moving fast. Wants to know if Jennifer is coming to the party. Jennifer reveals that she did meet up with Vanessa, and that Vanessa, aka the bone collector, the bill collector, hasn't met Ev, but she has an issue with Ev for something she's done to her family. Apparently, the girl that Carl was with before Ev, she tells her about collecting bills. Jen is wondering why the girl felt comfortable telling her this, as am I, okay, and not your friend Jackie, not your sister girlfriend Jackie, who you've known for years, okay? Um, and apparently the girl will be confronted. The girl will be confronting Evelyn at her own party, okay? But Jen doesn't want to tell Evelyn because she don't want to be the bearer of bad news, aka she don't want to be involved, although she is, okay? It's the day of the event, okay? We meet Jacille, who is a friend of a friend, i.e. Brooks, i.e. they don't know each other either. But I like Jacille immediately. I wish we could have gotten more of Jacille in this episode than we did of Vanessa, aka the Bone slash Bill, the credit collection agency over here. I just feel like Jacille to me is giving fresh energy. She's giving now. She's giving I like her. She's giving I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just showing up to the party to be me. Tell y'all about my fabulous fiance who's giving me 3 rings, baby. That's what I want to know. Okay. Give me let's go party it up, baby. Give me Jaceel all day. All right. This is the energy that I want to see. Anyway, Jen arrives. We do learn that Jaceel's fiance is a WNBA player. I already love her. Ev and Shanice arrive, and Shanice is still not cool with Jen yet, so she's kind of circumnavigating the area with Jen, and it's still a little bit awkward with Jen and Evelyn, but they do speak. Again, a potential for a great conversation to be had at the event that could have ended the episode. Anyway, we learned that Jackie is all the way in the bike, okay, and still blocked by Jen. Jackie feels like Jen is hiding from her, and then Brittany is introduced as a friend of Evelyn's, and she alludes to issues with her baby's father, and Evelyn wants to take Brittany under her wing. Another nice, natural introduction, okay? Uh Vanessa arrives. Okay, Vanessa of the Bill Collection and Checking Balls variety has arrived, and Brooke is like, oh no, okay, but she needs to make Evelyn aware of what's going on at some point. But before that, she got to make a speech to the newly engaged Evelyn. Meanwhile, Griselda, aka Credit Collection Agency, aka Vanessa, is ready to rage on Evelyn for doing her family dirty. So why come to the party? If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to their party, and that's just the real on the reality of that. Why would I go to the party? I don't have no good intentions for them. I don't like them. I don't like what they stand for. I'm not going to your party. Jackie wants Vanessa of the Bill Collection variety to meet Evelyn. Um Wait. I'm looking at my notes. Does Jackie didn't know about the Vanessa situation, did she? Because Vanessa didn't tell her. Anyway, Brooke downloads Evelyn about Vanessa being upset about attacking her family and that she is here to collect Evelyn's bills. Okay. Evelyn is confused because she's cool with Carl's baby's mama. Um, so she don't understand what the deal is. Anyway, Evelyn needs to go over there and pay her bills. So Brooke has to break it all down. And so Brooke takes Evelyn over to uh pay her bills to Vanessa and Jackie. Okay. Um Jennifer is gonna stand off to the side because she don't want to be in it. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. Vanessa says she and Eb need to come to an understanding about what happened between Amy and Carl. Because she don't appreciate Homewreckers, and Jackie's like, oh Lord, this is gone at HE double hockey sticks. Eb is like, well, you need to update your software because we are a decade beyond this. And I'm kind of like, yeah, we are. Um, I don't. Can I just? I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna break down this argument because to me it's reductive. The reason I say that is because there is no reason for Evelyn to explain herself to the stranger other than to give scene. Okay, because in real life, if this woman were coming to me and she were talking about a relationship that happened over 10 years ago, um and I'm already in another relationship, you weren't in the relationship, and I'm cool with the people that it happened with, then I'm not even going to give you the time of day, to be honest with you. I'm not. I'm just not. Because why chase a scenario where you already know the truth? I'm not going to explain it to you. I don't have to explain it to you. You aren't even there. You don't even go here. So in my mind, as Evelyn stated in the beginning of their argument, we're not going to be around each other. We don't have to be around each other. You don't even have to be here. It's my party. You are here, okay? And everybody is here to celebrate me. I am not explaining myself to you. If you don't like me, that's fine. Okay. Vanessa has every right to not like Evelyn, but I don't have to care that you don't like me. That's not my business. So you can leave your dislikes and your bills at home. Period. No one cares. Because that's the way I feel about it. If she feels like Evelyn's a homewrecker, and now what? Why should I care? I don't know her well enough to care yet. So anyway, I wrote in my notes, this is giving Courtney and Candy, episode 1 of the last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I really just wasn't here for it. I am over this idea that there needs to be some level of forced explosion to kick off a season versus a subtle simmering beef that actually I care about, which is that between Brooke and Jackie and Brooke and Jennifer and Evelyn and Jennifer finally getting on the same page. Like, how are we going to explain all this? Like, none of it makes sense. So Vanessa stuff could have waited. Anyway, I'm gonna just briefly touch on Basketball Wives Orlando because I'm gonna give it one more episode, okay? And as a premiere, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. And I'm gonna give it a 4 and be harsh about it. I did like their confessional footage. I did feel like they were much better lit. They were more well lit than the ladies of Los Angeles. I did enjoy the scene with Shawnee and Megan, but by and large, the general sense that I got is that they filmed previously. They didn't maybe even either have enough content or enough star power. And then they started refilming and they took those issues from the previous filming iteration and brought those to the surface in this scenario, which is smart. But having said that, I still don't know enough about these women to care about so much drama in the first episode. It was just too much. And some of it felt extremely forced, in my opinion. Like, if I was quality assurance and I was to watch the episode, I would have been like, did do this feel real to you? It y'all we're gonna have to film that again. Okay. It was given again, like I said, forced drama for the sake of the show, because it was too much too soon. And you just are like, why are certain people so angry? Like, we like if there's so much beef, I feel like what you do, and maybe in this day and age of reality TV, producers don't feel like they trust the audience to stick around if the beef is slow and simmered. But I need to get to know these people first and give me one good beef, like at the beginning of, I mean, at the end of the first episode. But you had literally 3 to 4 alter like dust ups within one episode, and you're like, wait a second. Like, I felt like I had whiplash. And I don't care enough about any of them, and I don't really understand the beef that is being brought to the table anyway. And in some of the scenes, I'm like, who is this random new person that's bringing up a beef? And I haven't even met her yet. It was just a lot. And they're going to have to figure out a way to maneuver, because otherwise, I don't necessarily know that I see this lasting very long. Because again, you can't give me so much beef with so many people, and I don't know them well enough yet. That's just my thing. But this may work in today's um uh baddies world. You know what I'm saying? Because we know now, I mean, people can just hop on TV and bust into a fight, and it's gonna drive the ratings. But for a viewer like myself who is looking for great content and great story, I just feel like they failed on a lot of levels on this new franchise. And I did have a lot of hope for it. We'll see what episode 2 gives. I do want to try to give it some more time to grow and develop and see what happens. But as of right now, I'm very much on the fence with it. So I'll give you guys more as time progresses. With that being said, that's all I have for you guys for now, and I will catch you all in the next video.